So, you want to be a crypto millionaire. Let me ask you something. Can you stomach your portfolio dropping 30% in a single day? Can you watch $100,000 vanish overnight and not hit that sell button? This game isn't just about buying low and selling high. It's about holding strong, even when the streets are panicking. And let me be clear, the diamond hands, they're not for everybody. But if you want to make it big here, you've got to risk it big and HODL harder. Let me take you back to the last bull run and show you exactly how I turned just over $100,000 into $1.3 million in under 6 months. Welcome to the crux of crypto.
We start off with today's crypto carnage. It was a gut check moment in the cryptocurrency market. Names like Bitcoin, Ether, Litecoin, even Dogecoin getting slammed today, sinking double digits and shedding millions of dollars.
My investing journey started in 2020, right after the Q1 COVID crash. I served as an Army infantry officer, disciplined, focused, and zero time to invest. I just crossed 6 figures in savings and decided it was time to make my money work for me. So I dove headfirst into YouTube, binge watching creators like Larry Jones, Graham Stephan, Andre Jick, and I was even in Stocks with Josh's very first live stream. I quickly got into the hot trendy Robinhood stocks and got fully immersed in the culture. Tesla, Nvidia, and especially the EV hype at the time. But I noticed the creators, they all talked about Bitcoin. So I bought a little, just to see what it can do. As I watched my crypto portfolio outpace the rest of my holdings that year, I made one of the best decisions of my life. I went all in on crypto. Back then, I'll admit, I was glued to BitBoy's channel, his daily live streams, around the blockchains. You know the deal. Altcoins like Cardano and VeChain were buzzing. I mean, even back then, they were crushing Bitcoin's return. So, from November 2020 to April 2021, in just 6 months, I turned $130,000 worth of altcoins into $1.3 million. I was 28 years old and didn't really know what it meant, as it was unrealized magical internet money. But the same door that let me in slammed right behind me. If you were there during that brutal 2021 dump, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Crypto had seeped into pockets all over our society, and you had a confluence of events, combination of tax day, Elon Musk tweets.
Smart money was shaking everybody out. Nobody was safe. Elon Musk would complain about ESG, then turn around and buy more Bitcoin. I sold the bottom, then FOMO'd back in at the top. Panic sold, panic bought. Watched my gains evaporate like they were never there. And eventually, I found my footing, as I knew the 4-year cycle would peak in Q4. I mean, it does every cycle, but this time is different, right? BitBoy actually predicted a November 2021 peak way back in 2020, and so did I. But most of us got distracted by the hype. ETFs on the horizon, Tesla's treasury buys, Amazon allegedly partnering with Avalanche. All signs said this time is different, but it wasn't. Bitcoin dropped 75% into a year-long bear market, and just like that, the hype was gone.
Wait, what? You're not gonna get it back. It's gone. It's gone.
I felt that wrath of crypto. It wiped out over half of my gains in under a month. The FTX collapse didn't just rock markets, it shattered dreams. As crypto crumbled, I was locking in some profits near the top, but instead of playing it safe, I chased passive income. I lent 39 Ethereum to Celsius, and just like that, it was gone. To add insult to injury, I dropped $33,000 into UST, thinking I can ride out the bear market, earning 20% APY through Anchor Protocol. Terra Luna's ecosystem imploded, and I was forced to sell those quote-unquote stable coins that I bought for $1 each for only 33 cents. I watched $22,000 vanish overnight. Let's just say sleep wasn't an option, but that's when it all clicked. I didn't need to create content to brag about wins. I needed to talk about the losses. The real stuff no one wants to admit, because if sharing my mistakes helps even one of you dodge some traps, then every setback was worth it. So now that the stage is set, you're probably wondering, Why listen to somebody who made it big, then lost a lot of it? Here's why. Not only did I call the 2021 top and the 2022 bottom, but when Bitcoin was sitting at 17K, while most people were running for the hills, I showed up. My first live stream wasn't just a launch, it was a lineup. I found myself live with some legit crypto OGs. Tim, Shrum, Digital Asset News, and Army Piper. Talk about a debut. Imagine going from an avid viewer of crypto content to sitting beside the big names. This was my chance to turn losses into lessons and help others where I once fell short. I started creating crypto content, doubling, tripling down, and stacking crypto at the lows. In fact, over 90% of the crypto that I'm currently holding bought when Bitcoin was sub 25K. That's what I call an early entry. And through the chaos, Japan's carry trade, tariff battles, Israel-Iran tensions, I never wavered. I kept buying and screaming from the mountaintops, don't sell, not when it matters most. Because for me, crypto is not a trend, it is a conviction. I'm not here to make a quick buck, but to lead people. And that's exactly what I'm doing. If I haven't earned your trust yet, let me hit you with a few lessons you'll want to pack for your bear market survival kit. First off, yeah, Bitcoin's been ripping through all-time highs. Sounds like a reason to pop bottles, right? Wrong. That's exactly when you should be tightening up. In crypto, the moment you follow your emotions is the moment you lose. While everyone is chasing green candles, I already have my exit strategy. 80% out by Q4 this year, and got some locked in buys for the bear market lows. Why? Because I'm always thinking one cycle ahead. If Bitcoin is going parabolic, take profits. When fear takes over the market, buy the dips. It really is that simple if you stay disciplined. Next lesson, stop over leveraging. Seriously, I'm talking to you degens. Back in the last bull run, I made one of the riskiest moves of my life. It was mid-February 21. Ethereum just pumped and I thought I was a genius. So I took out two loans, $97,000 worth of DAI against my Ethereum. Then I aped all of that into Cardano. For a moment, it worked. That position turned to over $200,000 in under a month. But then the markets tanked. I watched it retrace all the way back down. I barely exited my loan at break even. ADA tripled right after I tapped out. Pain? That was my new crypto wallet password. But if you're gonna walk that tightrope, here's when it makes sense. At the downturn of a bear market. Here's why. Because by then, your assets have already lost most of their value, so the risk of liquidation is much lower. You might be able to squeeze out a decent loan if you think the bottom is close. Just don't deploy it until you're sure.
47.
Okay.
Actually, 51. I don't know why I lied just then.
And yeah, none of this is financial advice, just battle scars from somebody who's been there. All right, I think we've packed enough hard lessons into this video. You've probably heard the phrase, you should have taken profits instead of taking screenshots. Well, here's the proof. Between exchanges, hardware wallets, and brokerages, my portfolio hit $1.3 million in my 20s. Now, I know what you're thinking. Did I make it all back? Well, you're gonna have to subscribe to find out. But I'll tell you this. This bull market, way easier to stomach. Remember Black Thursday in 2021? Bitcoin dropped 30% in a single day. Or how about May 19th, 2021? Bitcoin plunged 30% again from China crackdowns and Elon Musk tweets. For comparison, this cycle, Bitcoin's only seen one 30% retracement, and that took months. With my experience, I now navigate these markets with precision. It's the reason I created the Gem Hunters, to give you the same edge I wish I had when I first started. You'll tap into live Q&A sessions every weekday and get full access to the Gem watch list. Just look at these ROI numbers. This is only 5 weeks in. Our VIP trading group is stacked with over 450 traders who are still locking in gains even when the markets dip. This isn't luck, it is strategy. You'll also get access to the Academy, where we'll teach you how to research and trade, plus one-on-one portfolio audits. I've already helped out over 160 bros dial in their portfolio. If you're ready to stop guessing and start moving like a pro, Hit the link below and use code BROS20 to lock in 20% off for life. More details in the description below. Let's get it. Thank you all for listening to my story, and trust me, you'll thank yourself later. This wasn't just another crypto video. It was a gem that you found for a reason. You're not here to round trip your bags. You're here to break the cycle, to learn, to lead, and to level up. If this resonated with you, follow me on X, jump into the free Discord, and subscribe on YouTube, because this is just the beginning. Most people dream of becoming a millionaire. Few take the steps, but you stayed until the end of this video, and that is step 1. Click on one of these videos to dive deeper into the crux of crypto.